come an adoption. They're forcing. I believe the government forced it onto the market.
Yeah.
And the car makers
it's still doing that.
And the car makers took the wrong, especially Ford, who I love. That Lightning truck that they built, I drove one. It is the most amazing piece of technology.
Yeah.
But you know what? You've got an F-250 size truck that can go from 0 to 100. But the problem is it couldn't tow a trailer old Fords and back.
Think about that.
And that's the problem. And it's $90,000.
So that means it's drawing more off the battery, depending on what you're pulling.
It was totally electric. It's it's just too much.
And then there's the winter months here. Your battery doesn't perform the same way.
So what Ford's doing now, and I'll just speak because I've been reading up on them. They're going to build a small vehicle. They need to have a Henry Ford type mentality. Okay, you need to have like the Model E, like the Model T. Make the thing $25,000. It doesn't need to have a 500-mile range. Mm-hmm. If you lease a car, you're living on 30 miles a day, 40 miles a day. Yeah. So every one of those cars can charge up and run 200 miles. So put a smaller battery in it. Change the chemistry of the battery so you don't have that lithium battery that wants to light on fire.
Right.
And there's ways of dealing with this, and they just took the wrong approach. And I think they're going to...
It's going to change
the other way.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to go the other way.
Yeah, it's coming. There's no doubt about it.
It is, and it's a good technology. And of course, we suffer here because of what's going on with Wolfspeed and Dan Foss.
It's hit us hard,
and it's hit us very hard.
I have the CX-90 Mazda. Love that vehicle, and I have the 2025. 2024 was the brand new debut. I found they really perfected it in 2025. But the beauty of that is, I will use almost no gas all week long because I'm just driving back and forth to work.
Exactly.
Now, if I go over 25 miles, you're going to use gas.
Yeah, your model's a hybrid, right?
It's a hybrid, so it's not electric. It's both. But I love it, and it's very inexpensive to just plug into a regular outlet.
Yeah, and of course, if it was totally dead, it takes a little time.
Yeah,
and it
does take time.
And the point is, though, if you're living 30, 40 miles a day driving, electric car is perfect for you.
Yeah.
But you got to look at the amortization schedule and say, okay, I can't pay $60,000 or $70,000 for one of these. When you can get one for $30,000 and can go 200 miles and takes care of your daily business,
and you can charge in. If you have to, you could live with 15 minutes. You cannot live with 2 hours.
No, you can't. And the other thing is the motors on them will never break.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some really good things going on here. But watch for Ford. They're going to make a small pickup truck in 27.
All right.
That's going to have a different kind of battery, and it's going to cost under $30,000.
There was a story in the Wall Street Journal about how vehicles have changed, and that the biggest thing that where young people are now deciding maybe I don't want a vehicle. There's no reason to invest in a vehicle because, number one, it costs so much, and then to repair it. My wife has a vehicle where we had to have the headlight changed. They had to remove the bumper to replace the headlight. That's a problem.
It is a problem, and on the low end, $130 an hour. I always thought, I told my wife, I said, when I retire, I still have all my tools. But I said, maybe I should go back and fix cars. I could probably make more money.
Have you looked under the hood? Holy cow.
Yeah, I still follow it pretty closely.
It's hard, at least for me, when I look at it, I don't know what I'm looking at.
It's all electronics. As I tell young people to go to school, you learn Ohm's Law, not regular law. Learn Ohm's Law.
Ohm's Law. Car show Sunday.
Yes, we look forward to seeing lots of folks there. We would appreciate you coming to visit us. Come meet Iris. Come meet our CAV staff and see at least probably 150 really beautiful cars, and of course our invitational where we've got some very fast and very expensive supercars.
Nice, and maybe we'll see you back here at some point, joining our volunteer staff.
Absolutely, Bill. I'm always up. I'm a volunteer type guy, so we could do that.
All right, good deal. Ed Welch, thank you.
Now through September 1st, get up to $180 back by mail on a Firestone prepaid MasterCard. Get up to $80 when you buy a set of 4 eligible Firestone tires. Get an additional $100 when you make an eligible tire purchase with your CFNA credit card at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair. Whether you're in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, or Herkimer, their team of professionals are ready to serve you. Subject to credit approval, restrictions apply. See Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair or online at tallmanstire.com.
Hi, I'm Lisa, owner of Fit Body Boot Camp in Clinton and Whitesboro. I couldn't be prouder of our amazing members. Take a listen.
My name is Juliana Carone, and I'm from New Hartford, New York.
Clinton Fit Body Boot Camp actually found me. When I walked through the doors, I was concerned that I wouldn't be able to keep up because I am 68 years old. I was scared to death, but everybody was smiling, everybody was having a great time, and everybody just came out of the woodwork and greeted me. I have been there since March of 2024. Physically, I've lost 20 pounds. I've lost about 10 inches overall. I have a husband at home who has some health issues, and so I needed to be healthy to take care of him. It's given me more patience with him most of the time. And I sleep better at night. I can't say enough about Clinton Fit Body Boot Camp.
If you're waiting for a sign, this is it. The time is now to live your best life at Fit Body Boot Camp.
Sometimes an identity threat is a ring of professional hackers. And sometimes it's an overworked accountant who forgot to encrypt their connection while sending bank details.
I need a coffee.
And you need LifeLock because your info is in endless places. It only takes one mistake to expose you to identity theft. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, I'm keeping an eye on this for you, Davey, if I can. How about this story this morning? Today is, by the way, Tattoo Removal Day. So you've got a tattoo, maybe you've aged, and it doesn't look the way. Hey, Ryan, hey, good morning, Ryan. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. How are you doing?
Good. Stand by. We'll be right with you. Today is National Tattoo Removal Day. So you have a tattoo that maybe you've aged out of that tattoo. Maybe the man or woman that you tattooed on your arm is no longer the person you want on your arm. Today is National Tattoo Removal Day. And a woman in West Virginia took it to a whole new level. She is, and this, while this sounds, I don't know, some people might call this romantic. I think it's just nuts. She's preserving her husband's Steelers, Pittsburgh Steelers, and that's a mess to begin with. Pittsburgh Steelers tattoo. After he passed away, she had the mortician cut it off so she could frame it. You gotta freaking be kidding me. Here is the woman, Angela Redevsky, talking about keeping her late husband's Steelers tattoo.
We really had my husband's tattoo preserved. On Friday, after everybody left and I was doing my goodbye, is when the mortician and I stood there and I got to outline the exact tattoo I wanted. My husband having over 70 tattoos, I wanted the surrounding tattoos in it as well. So you outline it and then the tissue is removed, and Save My Ink Forever sent the funeral home a preservation bag and sends it to Save My Ink Forever. When they showed us his tattoo, it was very indescribable emotional as to what that felt.
Yeah, very emotional. Brian Schmelz, good morning. Listen, I don't consider you or me, you may be, I don't know. I think we're smart people, but we're not geniuses. But it doesn't take a genius to figure out, why not take a picture of it and frame the picture?
Yeah, I mean, I probably shouldn't comment on the story because I'm a lifelong Ravens fan. So,
okay.
Anything involving the Steelers, I'm going to question the behavior. So,
that's exactly right. I think I'm with you. I am with you. I am completely with you. All right. Listen, a lot of anticipation, a lot of nail biting, if you will. European leaders, Zelensky and Ukrainian leaders, all hoping this goes the way, in a positive way. And now J.D. Vance saying, we're talking about the meeting with Trump and Putin, J.D. Vance saying there will be no negotiation for the end of the war without Ukraine at the table. But this is highly anticipated in Alaska, the big summit. What do you know here to start off Thursday morning?
I think we're getting a better idea where the summit's going to take place. We're hearing that it's possibly going to be a military base that used to actually be used for counter Russia operations. Now, I think what you're kind of alluding to and getting to is that, there was this fear, I think, amongst European leaders who were actually with Zelensky yesterday, and they had a press conference that there would be a peace agreement agreed to without Ukraine at the table. I think the Trump administration has made it clear that that's not going to be the case. But they are really pushing for a ceasefire, or at least some type of pause in fighting. And President Trump had a pretty stern series of answers yesterday when he was asked about this. And he pretty much said there are going to be consequences for Putin if they don't reach an agreement on some type of ceasefire. And he wouldn't get into specifics about what those consequences would be, but he said it several times. And that's quite telling, considering how just frustrated President Trump has gotten with Putin about how he's going about this war and potentially getting to an end with it.
A lot of people will say President Trump is the master negotiator, the amazing negotiator. The problem you have is Putin is former KGB. It is going to be, and he has his own. He's got to show face to his own people, look strong to his people. This is so complicated when it comes to the personalities and the talents of each of those involved in this conversation on Friday.
Well, and even just getting to a ceasefire or being able to trust Putin to follow through on a ceasefire has been something that a lot of people have cautioned and have been worried about. But I do think there is a good amount of people, probably mostly on the Republican side, who are just happy this meeting is happening for the simple fact that, you can't be that master negotiator. You can't negotiate that peace deal unless you sit down and talk. And now that Trump has kind of made it clear, or at least J.D. Vance has made clear that, this isn't going to be a peace negotiation discussion, but it is going to be, they are kind of alluding to this being a ceasefire negotiation. I think this is kind of the tone that I think a lot of maybe, Russia hawks would like Trump to convey, which is tough on Putin, not going too far with these talks, but pretty much saying we need a ceasefire, we need a stop in fighting. And there's going to be consequences. And I think that's kind of the messaging and the tone they want President Trump to have with this.
All right, it's going to be interesting. And now I'm assuming there will be some appearance in front of cameras at some point, probably maybe just before and then maybe afterwards. It will be. And then you never know with President Trump, this could play out somewhat on TV as well. You just don't know.
Yeah, well, they have a traveling press pool that's going to be there. I believe Jared Halpern might actually be in Alaska for this. And, that's usual that, the press normally travels with the president. And, we'll wait and see. I'm sure we'll do a photo op and all that good stuff. Yeah. But how it goes and what they're going to plan to do afterwards, I think that all depends. There have been meetings that President Trump was supposed to go and talk to the cameras afterwards for, and he was and either they went wrong and he just opted not to, or they went really well, and he decided to take 30 questions. So you never know. And, of course, it's President Trump, so it can always be a little unpredictable.
All right, let's not forget the meeting with President Trump and Zelensky was played out over live worldwide television. Oh, boy. Okay, Ryan, good stuff. Interesting. We'll see where it all goes. We appreciate the update.
Hey, have a good one. Thank you.
You do the same. Ryan Schmelz with Fox News Radio. A couple things I did want to squeeze in. I got 2 minutes. Oh, boy. At the Little League International, a Pennsylvania man working security was sent home and sent his supervisor a threatening text, which has caused, do we want to get into this? No. IRS remaining a burden to millions. I'm just reading headlines. Message this morning from somebody. Why is it that National Grid is so high? We're working on getting somebody on from National Grid to talk about this. Giada De Laurentiis, she is that Food Network cook, claims that Mario Batali wrote an inappropriate foreword for her book and mentioned her breasts. Oh, boy. We'll talk about that. Did I mention that there's a new documentary coming out that is about Charlie Sheen and probably shark blood? That'll be interesting.
Is he going to be saying winning?
Here's a little piece of that trailer. Check this out.
I lit the fuse, and my life turns into everything it wasn't supposed to be. There's only one person alive that has the answers to so many people's questions about me. And the whole world goes, he's the guy. Imagine what that did to my head.
He was the highest paid TV star of all time.
Everything was fine for a while. Nobody got hurt, nobody got arrested for a while.
He kept saying, no, I'm in the hospital now, but next week I'll be ready for the show.
When Charlie said that he was smoking 7-gram rocks, he was smoking 7-gram rocks.
Winning! I can't imagine being my dad. It's going to really hurt the people I love. The stuff that I plan on sharing, I had made a sacred vow to only reveal to a therapist.
Is there going to be anything off limits?
No.
Well, I got to say, I think this is his big recovery attempt. Not recovery as in going into recovery, but trying to recover his career. We will see. Imagine what it was like for his father through all of this. Holy moly. Anyway, it's coming out soon. News coming up next.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome. W295EI. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Celebrating 100 years.
Vladimir Putin's getting ready. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. He just held a meeting with other top Russian officials preparing for tomorrow's summit in Alaska with President Trump, who keeps pushing to end the Ukraine war.
I'm here to stop 6,000, 7,000 people last week. 7,213 people last week were killed. Mostly soldiers.
The president says he wants a second meeting also with Putin that Ukraine's leader might attend.
Vladimir Putin wants more land in eastern Ukraine ahead of the summit, and European leaders want a ceasefire before any talk of ceding territory is discussed.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson.
Fresh off a call with President Trump, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is in London today to meet with Britain's Prime Minister. Keir Starmer reiterated there can be no negotiations without Ukraine at the table.
Now, Zelensky announced this morning Ukraine's been given $1.5 billion in new American weapons to keep battling Russia, bought and provided by European allies. It's another morning with a lot more law enforcement on patrol in Washington, D.C.
Officials say 800 National Guard troops and 500 federal law enforcement agents are being deployed to the city. They're expected to have a 24/7 presence on the streets, but just for 30 days. Current law says the president can deploy agents for that long, but he says he's going to Congress.
We're going to be asking for extensions on that, long-term extensions, because you can't have 30 days.
D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser says contrary to President Trump's claims, crime rates in D.C. have dropped in recent years.
That's Fox's Jill Nito. Some residents have been out protesting the crackdown. A man who threw a sandwich at federal agents was arrested and charged with felony assault. 3 sheriff's deputies said to be shaken up, but okay. The day they were injured, after they were injured by shrapnel, as they executed search warrants.
When the deputies and investigators approached the door, just soon after that, they were met with gunfire.
Pittsylvania County Sheriff Michael Taylor says that gunman is now in custody after a standoff. America's listening to Fox News.
Coverage varies by plan. View contract and exclusions at EnduranceWarranty.com.
Do you own a 2005 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire or no warranty coverage at all? With the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering a low-cost vehicle coverage plan designed to save you thousands off costly vehicle repairs. Get your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage are included. For your free quote, call 800-290-0497. 800-290-0497.
Hey, it's Mike Rowe, and if you want to do business with a company that actually stands for something, switch to Pure Talk. I did. Sure, I appreciate being on America's most dependable 5G network with unlimited talk and text for just $20 a month. But what I really appreciate is Pure Talk's commitment to our military and to our skilled workforce. That matters to me. Save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
We already have a big stockpile of oil in case of emergency. Now this.
An executive order directs federal health agencies to begin filling a strategic pharmaceutical ingredients reserve, stockpiling the most commonly used ingredients used in essential medications. President Trump says the reserve will insulate the U.S. from the concentration of foreign-made drugs and will encourage more domestic production. He also says stockpiling the pharmaceutical ingredients is lower cost and has a longer shelf life than the finished drug products. The order calls for a 6-month supply of the ingredients needed to make critical drugs identified by emergency and response officials. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
Well, next hour we'll get another inflation update gauging wholesale prices this time after Tuesday's better-than-expected report on consumer price inflation. And ahead of that on Wall Street, stock futures are mixed following another record-high close for the NASDAQ. Same for the S&P 500, while the Dow surged up 463 points. Tennis star Serena Williams has retired, but her older sister Venus keeps playing.
The U.S. Open has announced its singles wildcards for 2025. Venus Williams will make her 25th main draw appearance at the age of 45. The two-time champ makes her return to Grand Slam tennis after a 2-year absence. She'll be the oldest entrant in singles at the tournament since Renee Richards was 47 all the way back in 1981. She's won 7 major singles championships, including the U.S. Open twice, 2000 and 2001. Jay Berman, Fox News.
In baseball, the Brewers keep winning.
And that's a fair ball down into the right field corner. 2 runs will score, and Contreras comes through.
William Contreras drove in 4 of Milwaukee's 12 runs and a 12th straight win on FanDuel Sports Network. The Brewers beat the Pirates 12-5. Baltimore edged Seattle 4-3, snapping the Mariners' 8-game win streak. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's the latest from the WIBX newsroom. I'm Doug Callan. Oneida City High School students won't be taking classes this year at the former Bishop Grimes Junior-Senior High School after all. The district superintendent says that plan was scrapped because the old Catholic school needs too many building upgrades. Oneida High School will be closed this academic year after it was damaged by flooding back in June. It's possible Oneida High School students may end up using the district's middle school in a shift plan. Madison County will be doing its part to try to protect residents from eastern equine encephalitis. The county is conducting aerial spraying across 11,000 acres in Sullivan tomorrow night from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. If weather conditions do not allow that, spraying will be done Saturday instead. The area being covered is mostly south of Route 31, west of Lakeport Road, east of Bridgeport, Kirkville Road, and north of Filer Road. Folks in the area should stay indoors during spraying. Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers is looking for 2 brothers who they say broke into a residence and assaulted the occupant. Brothers Andrew and Michael Desimone have ties to Utica, Oneida, Frankfort, and were last known to be living in East Syracuse. They are part of Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers' Wanted Persons of the Week. If anyone knows information about their whereabouts, they should contact Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers. It's anonymous. The full story with photos and links to Crime Stoppers is on our news site at WIBX950.com. There is a possible reward. Cornell Cooperative Extension of Oneida County broke ground yesterday on a $7.2 million expansion that will add 16,000 feet of office space along with conference and support space in the facility in Oriskany. The expansion represents a major investment in the future of Oneida County, according to County Executive Anthony Pisani. The expansion project, funded by Oneida County, will add 16,000 square feet to the existing 14,000 square foot building on 2nd Street in Oriskany. Utica police continue to investigate vandalism at the skate park. In Proctor Park in Utica, vulgar graffiti was sprayed throughout the park. At the skateboard park, it was cleaned up by Utica's DPW. Anyone with information about the vandals is asked to contact Utica police. And remember that coach in eastern New York at Northville High School who pulled a female player's hair during a high school championship girls basketball game. The Northville School District and that legendary coach, James Zillow, are now being sued. Day 3 of the Herkimer County Fair is underway today. Again, it's Children's Day. Rides open at noon. And the first of 2 demolition derbies will be held tonight at the fair in Frankfort at the fairgrounds at 7 p.m. And folks who want to start preparing for Halloween season can do so by taking a trip to the former Party City in New Hartford. Spirit Halloween will open its doors sometime in the next week in the Price Chopper Market 32 Plaza on Commercial Drive in New Hartford. People will be able to purchase a variety of things such as costumes, decorations, and much more. According to the Spirit Halloween website, the store will open in August. In sports, the Yankees unable to complete the sweep after falling to the Twins 4-1 from the Bronx. Cody Bellinger drove in the only run for the game for the Pinstripes with his 22nd home run. New York hopes to bounce back when it visits the Cardinals for a 3-game set that begins tomorrow night. The Mets suffered a collapse in their 11-6 loss to the Braves from Queens. Reed Garrett was charged with a loss after allowing 3 runs on 2 hits and a walk in his relief appearance. New York has dropped 8 of its last 9 and will wrap up its 3-game series against Atlanta tonight. Tempers flared between the Giants and Jets on the second day of joint practices after Giants guard Greg Van Roten panicked Jets linebacker Boog Smith. Van Roten and the Jets defensive end Will McDonald had words. Meanwhile, linemen were squaring off, other players squaring off. It was a bit of a melee. The Liberty came up short after falling to the Aces 83-77 from Vegas last night. The Red Bulls were bounced from the U.S. Open Cup after falling to the Philadelphia Union 3-2 in the quarterfinals from Chester. And Fairfield, Connecticut is off to a solid start in the Little League World Series. The Metro Region champions topped Richmond 1-0 in their first game. That's Richmond, Texas. Fairfield will take on Honolulu, Hawaii tomorrow night. That's the latest. I'm Doug Cameron for WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Most of the bigger storms east and through the Mohawk Valley and Hudson Valley yesterday. Now we're seeing behind the front sunshine. Actually, pretty nice start to our day today. And we're going to wrap it up at about 87 this afternoon with sunshine. Tonight, clear, 60, 50s Adirondacks. Friday, sunshine, 88. Saturday, sunny, 90. Chance of showers Sunday, upper 80s. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgen, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
All right, currently mostly sunny skies and 67 degrees. Another very hot day on the way. And I don't know about you, Davey, but we received 0 rain at our house yesterday.
No rain here yesterday. I talked to someone yesterday morning, that they got...
Southview, they got a little bit.
They got caught in the rain from going from their house in Whitesboro to go up to somewhere
Whitesboro
else.
too.
Yeah.
So there were some spots that got a little bit of rain, but for the most part, none of us really got any rain at all.
When I was on my way after the show, I went over to cover a press conference over at Cornell Cooperative Extension for their big announcement. I was going through Oriskany on 69. The road was all wet because I turned over to go to the law enforcement building because that's the way that I went, and the road was wet.
It was wet.
So they got rain over there.
Some areas got rain. For the most part, most of us did not. Going to be another hot day, and the weekend looks really hot as well. If you're looking for an amazing gift for someone, I have it for you now. It's called the Hummingbird Viewer, the Hum Viewer. So I'm going to try to describe it. I know you can find it online by searching for it. Hum, H-U-M-M, Viewer, as in Hummingbird Viewer. So it looks like it is a welding mask that you'd put on. Only the top helmet part is red, and out of it there are 3 what look like flowers coming out, like you would feed hummingbirds with the sugar water. So you're looking at a glass screen, like a welding screen, but it's just glass or probably plexiglass. And the 3, are you looking at it?
Yeah, I got it right here.
The 3 places for the hummingbirds to eat are coming out of the front, and you're sitting there looking at the hummingbirds as you got to sit still, and you're looking as the hummingbirds will come up and feed right off the front of your nose or your face.
It's almost like a beekeeper's mask.
Yeah, it kind of is like that, yeah. Now, I do think it's stupid. However, what a great novelty gift to give somebody
that's a bird lover.
That's a bird lover. A hummingbird lover. Could be really, really good. It's called Hum Viewer, H-U-M-M Viewer. Look it up online. This is not a commercial. It's just me being amused.
It says the revolutionary wearable hummingbird.
Hum Viewer, Hummingbird Viewer. Revolutionary. Oh, yes. Hold tight. Coming up, we're going to speak with Julie LaFave. She is the director of the New York State Fair. It's coming up at WIBX.
Brought to you by Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
For a number of reasons, Incera's Flooring Outlet should be on the top of your list for any of your flooring needs.
Reason number 1, Incera's has the area's largest inventory in stock, plenty for you to choose from.
And 2, Incera's offers the best in quality floor covering. Top name brands like Shaw, Mohawk, Cortec, Mannington, and Tarkett, to name just a few.
Number 3, Incera's will meet or beat any locally advertised price.
Reason number 4, service. With our decades of experience, you'll get unbeatable service from Incera's Flooring Outlet.
And remember, get 6 months interest-free financing for qualified buyers. Incera's Flooring Outlet. Unrivaled service and experience, all at an affordable price.
Incera's Flooring Outlet should be on the top of your list for any of your flooring needs. Now you see why more people buy from the big store.
Incera's Flooring Outlet.
Route 49 Plaza, River Road, Marcy, and IncerasFlooringOutlet.com.
Everybody is keeping an eye on the Fed and how an interest rate cut might affect gold prices. Gold has been hovering at around $3,400 an ounce for the last 2 months and is poised for dramatic growth with the next interest rate cut. When rates go down, returns on bonds follow, and that's why gold continues to be the safe haven asset of choice for smart investors. Are you protected? Don't wait until it's too late to profit from the back and forth from the Fed on interest rates. Right now, if you have a qualified IRA or 401k, you could receive up to $10,000 in free gold and silver when you open your retirement account with Advantage Gold. Call 800-900-8000 now or visit AdvantageGold.com and get your free gold IRA guide and find out how much bonus gold you qualify for. Call 800-900-8000 to qualify for your free $10,000 precious metals bonus when you open your qualified gold IRA with Advantage Gold. Call 800-900-8000 now. Performance may vary. Consult with your financial and tax professionals before making investment decisions. Call 800-900-8000.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. OpenPhone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. OpenPhone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? OpenPhone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With OpenPhone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/free and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/free. openphone.com/FREE.
Hey, Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers, and we're about to do our Crime Stoppers Wanted Person of the Week. The 5th annual golf outing 4-man scramble is Saturday, September 27th at the Shamrock Golf Course, Airport Road in Oriskany. It starts at 9 a.m. $360 for a team. And if you'd like to sponsor or play in the tournament, all the money benefits safer communities with Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers. Call Anna at 315-269-3924. And the Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills is the area's premier osteopathic medical clinic. Ask Dr. Shemaleski or Dr. Zielinski about the OMT procedure. OMT, osteopathic manipulation treatment. Everything flowing properly. You got a phone ringing. Everything flowing properly. Your back is aligned properly. Your legs and hips. And, it just completely sets you in a good place for a good month. I do it monthly. It's at the Falcon Clinic, the area's premier osteopathic medical clinic. Whatever your needs may be, call them today at 315-507-4751 or visit them online at thefalconclinic.com.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, let me go with John in Bridgewater. Hello, John. Good morning.
Hey, Bill Keeler. How you doing?
Good. What's going on?
Well, I'm enjoying retirement, man.
You are retired. Wow.
Yeah. I had a little help out the door.
You
but
did.
Other than that, yeah.
Well, you were very vocal.
But I did it, and, I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, you're sticking with it.
The only thing that got me is the only thing that put the nail in the coffin for me was when I asked him, when he says, if you all stay on, you're going to get a severance package. And then I says, well, just like you promised everybody a Christmas bonus, nobody got one. So I said, put it in writing. But anyways, I'm enjoying retired life, man.
And then they fired you?
Well, yeah. At first, he had the president, Jim, he had his puppet guy call down. Thursday evening at 4:30, I'm cooking on the grill, and he calls me, and he says, well, we're moving your department. Your department is first. So whatever.
So it's time to go. Did you get a nice severance package?
I haven't got nothing yet.
Nothing yet. Yeah.
So I signed up for unemployment Monday.
All right. Well, I'm sorry or happy to hear that. However you're looking at it.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it, Bill. I get up when I want, and I listen to you guys. I'm outside sitting next to the West Branch Unadilla.
Well, listening to us has got to really frustrate you. I mean, it's,
Well, after 41 years to go like that, and
I know.
I'm sticking by. I did what I did. I stuck up for the employees because everybody else is afraid.
And you're okay. You're financially okay. You can do it, and you did it.
Here's the real thing, real quick. I'm going on 5 years sober.
Yeah.
So all that money I spent in weekly, my wife has been putting that money aside. I didn't know this. So, yeah, we're not hurting, Bill.
You're okay. Good for you. All right. Good for you.
I spent a lot of money on booze, man.
So you're, by the way, the reason you're talking about that is you are sober for how many years?
Yeah, July 9th was 5 years for me.
Yeah. Now, by being sober, you also saved a lot of money on fireworks and bottle rockets, I believe.
Yep, I don't do fireworks
you
anymore.
You don't do them anymore.
Special occasions.
Yeah. Well, you never know when there's a good special occasion that needs a bottle rocket launch, right?
How about that place that you guys were talking about yesterday? That place that people, I can do rockets from there if you want. In Utica, there, that lady that got hollered at for having a party there.
Oh, in the alleyway. Yeah, you definitely could. You could. In Franklin Square.
Anyway, so.
I could see it happen. And people would buy tickets for that.
God.
All right. Well, listen, I want to congratulate you on retirement and for sticking to your guns. And
I'm sticking to it, man.
Good for you.
Bill,
yeah.
Awesome. I listen to you guys every morning wherever I'm outside. I walk around and
love it.
I don't miss the show, man.
All right,
I
John.
listen to you every day.
I'm glad to hear that. Thank you, man.
Hey, thank you.
You have a great day.
Baby, have a good day, man. Bye,
You
Bill.
too, John. You too, buddy.
John and we were going to call him. We're going to start calling him Retired John in Bridgewater. So
John in Bridgewater retired.
Okay,
nice.
I like
we'll
it.
see you, man. Have a good day, Bill.
You do the
Thank
same.
You.
Thank you.
All right, man.
Let me bring in Julie LaFave. She is the New York State Fair Director, and the New York State Fair kicks off. You know, when the Herkimer County Fair gets underway, which is now day 3, it's the following week always. The New York State Fair kicks off. It begins on Wednesday. And Julie, good morning. Thanks for coming on.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, I was going through the list. It's amazing. First of all, I think the Ice Age experience is going to be really cool.
Yeah, we're
No
really
pun
excited.
intended.
I mean, well, what came after the dinosaurs, right? The Ice Age, so it only made sense.
Yeah, yep, I like it. And then you have a whole bunch more, but the number of shows that are free concerts for people to see is enormous this year.
40 shows, and if you buy that frequent fairgoer for $25, you could see 40 shows.
Yeah.
But it's not just 40 concerts. There's concerts and music happening at the permanent restaurants and the cultural villages. I mean, there's at least 100 concerts happening during the fair.
Wow. I mean, I'm just going through some of the Leonard Skinner, Red Hot Chili Peppers, OAR, Busta Rhymes, Dionne Warwick, Shaggy. How about the Yacht Rock Review? That's really hot right now.
Yeah, that one's going to be really cool. I mean, chill music while you're walking by Chevy Court. I think it's going to be a great crowd.
Yeah. What else do you want people to know about this year's fair?
There's a lot of the favorites, but I think that what we've tried really hard to do is put more action in places that used to be kind of boring and dull.
Yeah.
Military Row didn't really have a lot of vendors in it. Peachy's Donuts, which is one of the favorites, one of the staples. The line is always half a mile long. They now are in Military Row. Excuse me. They're in Military Row now, so we took advantage of that, and we put a lot of new vendors there. So areas before that were kind of empty are going to have a lot more foot traffic now.
You know, we've been to, I think Canada does, Toronto does the CNS. Do you know what it's called up there in August? Anyway, it is it is very much like the state fair, but it does a lot of stuff in the buildings, a lot of shows, stuff. It almost seems that over the last 5 to 10 years, that's what the New York State Fair has really become. There's so much. No matter what you're into, there's something for everybody.
It really is. We try to make it a budget-friendly experience, though. So once you get in for $8, if you're into animals, those keep growing. And if you're into, like, the Center of Progress, there's so much to do in there. Yet you can very quickly spend a whole day and only have seen, like, a quarter of the fair.
Yeah. You know, I would give you a request for maybe next year. I would love to see Cheap Trick perform at the fair. That would be really cool.
So we have Cheap Trick this year on Thursday, day 2 of the fair.
Did not know that.
you request granted.
That was fast. That was very, very fast.
I know. We work fast.
All right. Well, listen, and obviously you can get tickets all over. There are deals and discounted tickets, and the full pass you can get. You can get them all over the place, right?
You can get them online right now for the $8.
Okay.
That's the only place to get them right now.
Okay, online. And that's NewYorkStateFair.com.
nysfair.ny.gov.
Okay. Well, I completely had that wrong. nysfair.ny.gov. All right, great stuff. And it all begins a week from yesterday.
You got it.
All right, Julie, thanks and good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Julie LaFave with the New York State Fair. You're a big fair goer.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to...
You were talking last hour how you used to be there on the opening day, like when they open at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to the 2 country shows towards the end of the month. Carly Pierce, Maddie and Tay, and Dustin Lynch.
Big shows, all of them for free.
Yeah.
That is just the craziest part of it all. Listen, people of all ages can experience any level of discomfort in the knees, the hips. I'm going to ask you about the free money question in a second. The knees, hips, and back pain stemming from feet, believe it or not. The Good Feet Store is here in New Hartford, and they're located at 4630 Commercial Drive in New Hartford. Steve Spurbeck was in studio last Friday, and as we were talking about this, said, I have the inserts in right now. I've done this for over a year, and he said it changed his life. The pain went away. He's able to walk without pain, and it's a completely transformation in his life. That comes from him. He wasn't paid to say it. I'm just telling you what he said. It's a 3-step system, including strengtheners, maintainers, and relaxers. It's the Good Feet Store, 4630 Commercial Drive in New Hartford. You do not need an appointment. You can walk right in. There is a no-obligation, free, personalized fitting that they will do for you. The Good Feet Store. And the official coffee of the Keeler in the Morning radio program is Daylight Donuts in New Hartford. Daylight with their pistachio lattes and muffins and iced coffee. Try the 32-ounce Double X iced coffee at Daylight. And it's just so good. Daylight Donuts with a speedy drive-thru. You're in, you're out, and you are on your way. Davey, Hobica's free money question of the day. Each day we give you a chance, around 7:35. Each day we give you a chance to win some dough, some money. And where are we at today on this Thursday?
$275.
Wow. I thought you were going to say 250, and I was going to say 275. You can read my mind.
275.
All right, $275, and we'll do the free money question coming up in just a few minutes. Get ready for that.
Because I knew you were going to probably change it up like you usually do sometimes.
I was going to, and now I don't have to.
I got one step on you.
You are all over it. You're on fire. Coming up also, we're going to speak with Heather Tehan with the New York State Department of Transportation. If you have any questions about construction or road issues or bridges or whatever, she is in studio. I thought we scared her away the last time, but she's back. And we're also going to talk about that, what happened with the concrete and specifically the concrete that was laid last year, I believe it was last year, and completed, and then they had to tear everything all up this year, all that new concrete, and put in new concrete. Something I was told yesterday of a environmental issue, and it's more of a national thing than it is just here. But, man, not easy for the village of New Hartford. And we'll speak with Heather about that one coming up as well. Did you know Willie Nelson is a 5th-degree black belt in a Korean martial art called Gongkwan Yusul? Yeah. He's also a second. Do you know he's also like 90 years old, for God's sakes? He's also a 2nd-degree black belt in Taekwondo. There's a hilarious story from Luke. How do you say his name? Luke Combs? Country star, big country star, has a great story about how he found out that Willie was a black belt. Here we go, Willie Nelson.
Gets up, he walks right past me, down all the way down the hallway, and there's this punching bag, like full Karate Kid, and starts just kicking this punching bag.
Just tossing crane kicks?
Tossing crane, like this dude, he's 85, 84. He goes out, he's out for 5 minutes, comes back in, hits one more crane kick, walks back in, doesn't say a peep, dude, about it.
So he's still performing, Willie Nelson. It's crazy. And, you know, a lot of your favorite hair bands, your rock stars, it seems like everybody who's performing today is really old. And in some cases, like the Beach Boys, there are barely any original members in the band. I think the Beach Boys may have 1 or 2. Vince Neil sparked health concerns after a recent show in Bethel, New York. He had very low energy, was reading most of the lyrics of Girls, Girls, Girls off a teleprompter like he was at a bad karaoke night. He's been singing the song since 1987. Do you want to hear what some of it sounded like?
You know, speaking of Motley Crue, this weekend's the big David Lee Roth show over at the Turning Stone.
It is at the Turning Stone.
Yeah.
You want to hear what Vince Neil sounded like the other night?
Not really,
in
but
Bethel?
go ahead.
He did have a medical procedure earlier in the year, but here's what it sounded like. Here's audio. It's almost like he's barely reading the lyrics. Here he goes with the chorus. You really can't tell by that audio. I don't even know why I played it. Motley Crue's tour with Def Leppard was one of the highest grossing tours in 2022, and they begin a Vegas residency coming up next month, September 12th. Not even sure why he's even doing these solo shows. Just do that. But some of these guys just have to keep making money. 7:31, we'll do news and the free money question. Then the DOT. You have a question, you have a spot, a specific spot. We'll get into it next hour. Joe Lode all up in arms on his latest. You may be seeing this too. I know Mike in New Hartford complaining about the same thing. Just got his latest National Grid bill, and it is almost doubled to the point where delivery is costing more than what you're getting. We'll get into that next hour as well. Coming up. News is next. It is 7:32 at WIBX.
Here's the latest from the WIBX newsroom. I'm Doug Callan. Oneida City High School students won't be taking classes this year at the former Bishop Grimes Junior-Senior High School after all. The district superintendent says that plan was scrapped because the old Catholic school needs too many building upgrades. Oneida High School will be closed this academic year after it was damaged by flooding back in June. It's possible Oneida High School students may end up using the district's middle school in a shift plan. Madison County will be doing its part to try to protect residents from eastern equine encephalitis. The county is conducting aerial spraying across 11,000 acres in Sullivan tomorrow night from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. If weather conditions do not allow that, spraying will be done Saturday instead. The area being covered is mostly south of Route 31, west of Lakeport Road, east of Bridgeport, Kirkville Road, and north of Filer Road. Folks in the area should stay indoors during spraying. Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers is looking for two brothers who they say broke into a residence and assaulted the occupant. Brothers Andrew and Michael Desimone have ties to Utica, Oneida, Frankfort, and were last known to be living in East Syracuse. They are part of Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers' Wanted Persons of the Week. If anyone knows information about their whereabouts, they should contact Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers. It's anonymous. The full story with photos and links to Crime Stoppers is on our news site at WIBX950.com. There is a possible reward. Cornell Cooperative Extension of Oneida County broke ground yesterday on a $7.2 million expansion that will add 16,000 feet of office space along with conference and support space in the facility in Oriskany. The expansion represents a major investment in the future of Oneida County, according to County Executive Anthony Pisani. The expansion project, funded by Oneida County, will add 16,000 square feet to the existing 14,000 square foot building on 2nd Street in Oriskany. That's the latest. I'm Doug Cameron for WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Most of the bigger storms east and through the Mohawk Valley and Hudson Valley yesterday. Now we're seeing behind the front sunshine. And actually a pretty nice start to our day today. And we're going to wrap it up at about 87 this afternoon with sunshine. Tonight clear, 60, 50s Adirondacks. Friday sunshine 88, Saturday sunny 90, chance of showers Sunday upper 80s. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stagik, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Currently we have sunshine and it's 68 degrees at WIBX. Coming up, I will speak with the DOT, Heather Tehan. It's one of the things that really affects people, construction, but also the way the roads are laid out, we're very critical, but we're also really pretty darn lucky, too, and we'll talk about that. What do you think, Davey, about the Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift? I mean, he's all like Gaga all over her new album now. Are you watching that?
Yeah, but did you see what he was wearing?
What's he wearing?
He was wearing a Syracuse hoodie.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, that's why I was laughing about it.
That's on the Today Show.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
I'm happy for her album coming out, but
are you a Taylor Swift fan?
No.
No, okay.
No.
See, a lot of people hate her, and I don't get it. She's just unbelievably successful.
She's very talented. I like some of her music, but I'm not a big fan. But I like Travis Kelce's, what he had on his hoodie. He was representing Syracuse.
Syracuse. And they didn't go to Syracuse, did they?
No.
No, that's really cool, though. Maybe this is Syracuse's football year, I'm telling you. I will tell you that my wife and daughter, both big Taylor Swift fans, and did not like the previous album. So there's a new album coming out now, so we'll see what happens. All right, let's do Habaika's free money question of the day. It is worth, as Davey says, $275.
Sorry, Joe. Don't come after me.
You're looking for caller number what right now?
Caller number 6.
315-736-0186. Call right now. Caller number 6, your chance to win from WIBX.
Now through September 1st, get up to $180 back by mail on a Bridgestone prepaid MasterCard. Get up to $80 when you buy a set of 4 eligible Bridgestone tires. Get an additional $100 when you make an eligible tire purchase with your CFNA credit card at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair. Whether you're in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, or Herkimer, their team of professionals are ready to serve you. Subject to credit approval, restrictions apply. Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair. Online at tallmanstire.com.
Mattress Express's summer sale is on. Get a king for the price of a queen for the price of a full, and a full for the price of a twin, starting at just $4.99. Beautiful select therapeutic mattresses. Go to mattressexpressny.com.
Looking to heat up your summer with a reliable ride without the brand new price tag? Cruise in to Steve Pawnee Chevrolet in Herkimer and check out their sizzling lineup of Car Bravo certified pre-owned vehicles. From sun-soaked road trips to everyday errands, all backed by a certified warranty and low financing options. Right now, qualified buyers can score hot summer rates as low as 5.9% for 72 months on top models like the Chevy Equinox, Trailblazer, Traverse, and Malibu. Don't sweat the car buying process. Their family-owned team is here to make it easy and stress-free. You'll drive away cool, confident, and covered in a Car Bravo certified pre-owned vehicle. But hurry, these summer savings are burning fast. You must take delivery by August 31st. Together, let's drive to Steep Pawnee Chevrolet, where it's always easy to do business. Visit them on State Route 28 in Herkimer or online anytime at steeppawneychevy.com. All taxes and fees additional. Customer must qualify for top-tier credit through GM Financial. See salesperson for details.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Sometimes an identity threat is a ring of professional hackers. And sometimes it's an overworked accountant who forgot to encrypt their connection while sending bank details.
I need a coffee.
And you need LifeLock, because your info is in endless places. It only takes one mistake to expose you to identity theft. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Celebrating 100 years.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
Hey, portions of the program brought to you by Encera's Flooring Outlet. Top quality carpet, gorgeous ceramic tile, durable LVP waterproof laminate and vinyl. The best in floor covering, not seconds, the best. And you also have a huge inventory. It's the largest inventory in the area, which means you get to select from stuff that is not in everybody else's house. So you can get some unique items. The largest inventory in stock with unbeatable deals, unbeatable service. They'll come in and measure at your home or business and give you a comprehensive estimate at no charge. Takes the whole guesswork out of everything. And Sarah's has experience in floor covering that rivals anyone. So you can get the best from Encera's. Now, see why more people buy from the big store. You also get 6 months interest-free financing for qualified buyers. See why people buy from the big store, Route 49 Plaza, River Road, Marcy, and in Sarah's Flooring Outlet.com. Sergio on the line right now. Good morning in Ilion.
Good morning, Bill. How you doing?
How you doing? It's been a while, and glad to have you on for the contest here.
You know, I've been meaning to say this for a while, but I used to get through a lot easier when there was only 3 listeners. Remember that thing?
That's right, back in the day. Now we're down to only 4 or up to 4, so apparently it's added a great deal of competition. So, all right, well, I'm glad you got in, and it's something we were just talking about. It's something you will know if you know it.
Okay.
Those are always tough questions, I'm afraid. It's something you will know if you know it. If you don't, you might not. But here we go. Now, keep in mind, you have a chance this morning as a consolation at Herkimer County Fair tickets. Also, the all-in-one food and fun card, which is a $25 gift card, good at Babes or Aquavino, The Odd, Nexus, etc., etc. Taylor and the Cook. It's a great card because it's available in so many different places. Okay, here we go. Here's your question. You have 7 seconds to answer. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Herkimer County Fair is in day 3 this week. The New York State Fair starts next week. We just talked about this. Canada's version of the State Fair goes most of the month of August in Toronto. What do they call it? Ready, go.
Oh, remember it was 3 letters. Start with a C. C-N-E.
You're so close. C-N-E. You are right. It's the Canadian National Exhibition, but you
isn't that what I said? Or
it is, but you didn't beat the buzzer. I mean, you were like 2 seconds there.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But you're right. You did say CNE, and that's what it was, and we just had talked about that. It is an enormous state fair up there, and they have everything, and it just seems to be their thing in Toronto. It goes all the month of August, and it even has a casino. Crazy. All right, Sergio, I mean, you were close, but I can't do it. I'm going to give you the all-in-one food and fun card, and we'll also give you tickets to the Herkimer County Fair.
All right. I had fun calling in.
All right, good stuff. I'm glad you did call in. You stand by. Davey's going to hook you up, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you, man. Fair, right, Davey? I mean, the buzzer hit, and then the answer, nothing I can do. Otherwise, we have Hobica coming after us hard. Heather Tehan is the New York State Department of Transportation Public Information Officer and is in studio right now. Good morning.
Good morning.
I said to Davey, I said, I don't think she'll come back. We hit her pretty hard the last time.
No, it takes a lot to scare me away.
We didn't hit you hard. It was just, there's a lot of passion I think that people have when it comes to the roads.
Absolutely. It is. We are disruptive. We are disruptive in the summer. And
yeah, there's a lot of construction.
There is.
Yeah.
There is. We have to maintain a lot of roadway. So.
However, there are a couple of apps right now, like if you're traveling, whether it's the thruway or whatever.
Yep.
There are apps that you can get on that will say you got bad construction. You would be better off getting off here, go around through Route 5 or whatever, and then come back on. And that does make a big difference.
It does. So the 511 New York app is a great one that if you put your destination, say you're taking a road trip, you're going to the fair, whatever happens, you can put your destination and in real time, it'll tell you, oh, there's a crash or, oh, there's construction ahead and now there's a lane closure, and it makes you aware of what's going on.
I was surprised that the 511 app also says police speed check ahead. I was really surprised by that. It doesn't do that.
That's what the Google does.
But you should be driving safely.
You should.
All right. Yes. I do want to get into, we got a bunch to get into, but I want to, one of the issues is what happened with the concrete now I'm told it's not just New Hartford, that is it just New Hartford or is it all over?
So as far as I'm aware, right now for us, it's just New Hartford.
But I also was told that it's it's not just a New York State
issue. It is an issue. So basically.
What happened?
So the concrete, we came back this year to look at the beautiful new sidewalks that were poured last year in the village of New Hartford. And there was spalling, which is like cracking, flaking. It's basically showing us that the concrete mix is going to fail.
Okay.
So we noticed that immediately, of course, for the safety of the public and the pedestrians and everything. And we just put it in.
Right.
We had the contractor come back and replace it.
Wow.
So
they did dig it all up.
Dig it all up.
So it was not an environmental issue.
Well, no, it was more of it was a different way.
Environmental if you're walking in your trip.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So in that regard, yes, it could be considered environmental.
Okay.
But yes, so we had to have them come back, take it all up, put it back in. They put the replacement back in much quicker than it went in last year. So that was good because there was
probably all the prep work was done.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So
and I was walking on it yesterday. It seems to be a white concrete, very white, and I didn't know there were different grades of concrete.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then I did recently have a question too about whether it could be smooth or not. It has to have like what they call a broom finish.
Yeah.
To
stop people from slipping.
Yes, when it rains.
Concrete can be, especially if you have stamped concrete in your home backyard or something, it can be done in a way that it can be very, very slippery.
Right.
And it'll take your feet right out from underneath you.
Yeah, so we don't want that.
All right. I know that I'm like I beat this like a dead horse, and I apologize, but there's still that section. Have you driven over by the section over by the former Zeb's, over by Pizza Hut?
Yes.
And as you're sitting in that lane, it has an arrow turning left, but it's really a straight. You really are supposed to go straight there. Are you?
Which direct? So are you?
So if you were coming on Middle Settlement Road from Clinton Road.
Yes.
So you're heading over towards the New Hartford Business District.
Yes.
And if you go there, please. In the next month, before you come back on, whatever it is, go there and you'll see there's a left turn lane, there's a right turn lane, and there's a straight lane. But the arrow on the sign is incorrect. As it's pointing
I'll have to look at that.
Now, I'm going to tell you, the average person who drives there, it doesn't affect them because we know, right? We're from here, we know. But there's always someone who doesn't know because they're not. And you know what? Before you leave, I took a picture of it.
Oh, good.
I think I can show you a picture. I have been complaining about that intersection for a couple of years. So maybe you'll see it and you'll understand what I'm talking about.
And there is a lot going on right now.
I know there is.
So maybe this is the time to.
Maybe it's a good time. And if you want, I could climb the pole and move that sign to the left. I think it would fix the whole thing. But you'll see exactly what I mean when you see it, and it is clearly a somehow an error. All right, Clinton.
Yeah.
The Village of Clinton Road project. What's going on there? And it looks like an intersection is reopened.
The intersection has reopened at 412 and 12B there at College Street and Franklin Ave.
That's by the bar.
Yes, by the Rock.
Yep.
Yes. So the intersection's reopened. The pavement that is there is just binder course, what we call binder course. We will come back and do a top layer. I've had a lot of questions about why is the sidewalk asphalt.
Yeah.
That's just temporary so we could get that intersection open again and get rid of the detour.
Yeah.
So,
and you have college coming back.
Right. So we had to have everything wrapped up by August 15th. We were a few days early in getting it open last Friday.
All right.
So there is still a lot of work going on, and there's a lot of water work going on still. We're still doing hydrant replacements. And so there was some water shut off yesterday, the day before. I think there was some Monday. So there's still work being done in the village. People should still be cautious of lane closures and things like
and this was such a serious thing because you had to take care of all the underground stuff.
Oh, my goodness. Full reconstruction of the intersection.
Yeah.
We had to pull out an old archway that went to a culvert there that people had no idea they were driving over. So, there was a lot of things that had to be done there, water connection, gas connection. But it's all been done now. And I think the people in the village were able to actually, because we had pedestrian access open, they were able to go down there and see that there was a big hole, see that what was going on, see that the whole thing was done, and why we had to have it closed.
I do think construction has gotten safer, has gotten better. Interesting along the thruway, there are like big alert signs that state trooper vehicles can actually raise. And for quite far away, you can actually see there's something going on.
Yes.
I do think that is hopefully making it safer for, along with the speed camera checks, which I think is a deterrent.
It is a deterrent.
Yeah.
It should be a deterrent.
It should be. Because people are flying
we still catch
through
people.
There. I know.
They just had one in Binghamton, 82 miles an hour through a work zone.
Wow.
That it was supposed to be 45. We have work coming up actually on 49 here next week, and the AYs will be there. We will have that device there because the speed limit's going to be dropped to 45 because we're going to be doing some lane closures.
Do the cameras only go when work is being done? Is that correct?
Yes, and they only actually get triggered if you're going a certain speed over the speed limit.
So it could be 4 miles over maybe, and you're going to, whatever it is. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you're doing 80,
it's going to trigger
It's going to trigger it.
If you're doing the speed limit, it's not going to take a picture of your car.
And that is the car owner, the registrant.
The registrant, yes. And it's a notice of liability. It is not an actual ticket.
Okay.
It does not go on your license, but it is a fine. And it will deter you if you don't pay it and you go to re-register the vehicle. They'll say, you still got this to pay.
Now, the guy doing, or a woman, could have been a woman, doing 80, if a trooper was sitting there and clocked them, that's a full ticket. That's a different deal.
It's a whole different deal. And sometimes we do have the police in with us.
Yeah.
We enjoy doing those. And that is also a deterrent, but they look just like one of our workers out there. And they're ready to go.
There's a sign that says...
There's a sign.
You are being warned.
But we can't make people read.
But you know what would be awful is if you hit and killed a construction worker.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
That would be very bad.
And we had that this year in Region 1 out in Albany area. So everyone needs to slow down, be safe, and pay attention because everyone wants to go home at the end of the day.
Yeah. What else do you want people to know? Anything else?
I have something.
Okay.
So after I was on your show last time,
yep.
I got a call from a gentleman who was interested in something and about the throughway, actually, but he can't get a hold of anyone at the throughway, so he decided to call me, which is great. I can answer a lot of questions sometimes. This one I can answer, but unfortunately, I've called him back 6 times, and he doesn't have voicemail. And he's called me, and I have been out of the office, so I'm hoping he's listening.
Well, maybe he's listening now. All right. What was the situation?
So he would like to drop someone off to pick up a ride at exit 31 for his wife to take a ride with someone else on the thruway, and they can't figure out where to do this. So I have
where
the
do you
answer.
Park? Yeah.
The Park and Ride, which is just down North Genesee Street, across from Portofino, in front of our fleet shop. There's a Park and Ride where you can park your car, and it's fine to be parked there. There's benches to wait. You can actually you can get out there to go to the canal trail and things like that as well. You can walk over to Portofino. You know, that's an area there that's called the Park and Ride, and that is a perfect place to meet someone for a ride to get back on the
And it's not like you have to walk because you're meeting someone else at a vehicle. They're going to pick you up there, and then away you go.
So that's just a little tidbit for everyone.
I know that it changed in Herkimer. It used to be at the exit 30. You used to be able to park over in there across the highway, by where the exchange was. But now it's on the other side.
Yes.
But there's still an opportunity for you to park and ride.
Yes.
All right. Hopefully he hears that. And anything else that people need to be aware of?
We've got lots of work going on Burstone. That's wrapping up the end of the month. New bike lanes will be in place, and all the new sidewalk and the topsoil will be done. Everything should be done by the end of August. And there's a lot of other paving being done because we're trying to get it in while there's no rain and significant weather. So everyone just be safe and give our guys a break.
All right, I've got one person saying a complaint. Are you ready for a good one?
I'm ready for a complaint.
Now, there has been work that I think what was done in Utica as you're coming in from Route 5, 5S in Utica, and the medians were always a mess because it was grass. It never got mowed, and now it looks beautiful.
With the porous pavement.
Yeah. Although weeds are starting to go up and through there a little bit, but it looks really, really nice. This person is complaining about the median over by Yanandasas, that big intersection, which is 12-8.
Yeah, so that's where 12B comes in and meets up with 5A and 12 comes in. Yes. And that median right there is you pass the Onondagas and go
They're
north.
saying there are some yellow markers that have been knocked down. Somebody must have hit them, and weeds are growing out of control there. Is that the state's responsibility?
It is our responsibility,
it is,
and I'm sure that they'll be addressing it soon. I will mention it, of course, to our residency.
Our listeners don't. They don't let anything go. No,
I understand.
Not at all. Is Joe for us here, Davey? No. Okay. All right. I think you're set. And
Great.
We do appreciate you coming out.
Oh, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure.
To be able to have that connection, it is the one thing that slows people's commute down and it gets everybody going.
It does.
Construction.
And we understand, but in the end, it's beautiful and it makes a much smoother road.
Yep.
And conditions are good for.
Big deal. And before you know it, you guys will be out on the highways dealing with
yes.
the snow. There is one. Who is it? Is it Wayne? Wayne, you're on. Go ahead. It's the last one I can squeeze in with Heather T.
Who controls the light in front of Home Depot? The one as you're going towards like Utica College, right in front of Home Depot, before you get to Route 12. The speed of the light.
Are you? So you're coming out of Home Depot?
No, you're on French Road.
Okay.
You're coming
down
that waffle place or IHOP, and you're right at that first light before you can either take a right onto 12 or you can go straight, straight towards Utica College. You can literally blink your eyes before you step on the pedal, and the first light turns red again. After it turns green, it turns red again. The second light, I got a lot of stuff in my truck because I work out of my truck, and everything kind of goes forward if I stop at that next light. So I got the option to either stop, have the stuff roll, or go forward and run the light. It goes bing, bing, done.
So the lights, are you saying the light's too short?
The light's too short.
Well, way too short. I've never seen nothing like it in my life. It's like one of them cop cars parked to the side. Sorry, you ran the light, sir.
Well, I can bring that up to the signal shop and see what's going on there.
All right.
Yes.
Watch when you see it. You're going to be like, "There's no way, no."
Wayne, I'm told if you blink your headlights, it'll slow it down. Is that true? No.
I'm going to try it today.
Try it.
Does it
Give
work
it a
during
try.
the day?
Who knows? I don't think that works.
Have a good day, guys.
All right, Wayne. Thank you. Well, there you go. So you got a lot to work with. So.
That's all right. I like homework. We'll see what we can do.
And do you handle, I have you as the public information for the New York State Department of Transportation. Do you handle the entire state?
No, I handle it just region 2. So that's Madison County, Oneida, Herkimer, Hamilton, Fulton, and Montgomery.
Okay. Well, you have your hands full with that. That's a lot of territory. So. All right. Good stuff. Thank you, Heather. We always appreciate it.
Thank you, Bill.
All right. Davey, can I break or yes? Let me take a break. We'll do news top of the hour. Stand by, WIBX.
Hi, I'm Lisa, owner of Fit Body Boot Camp in Clinton and Whitesboro. I couldn't be prouder of our amazing members. Take a listen.
My name is Kim Shackler, and I'm from Deansboro, New York. What brought me to Clinton Fit Body Boot Camp was there was an email that went out asking people to put in for a free membership. I was very, very excited. As soon as I walked through those doors, those coaches were just absolutely amazing. Greeted you right away, explained what you were going to be doing, how everything was going to be run there. I have loved it ever since, and I go 6 days a week. I have met so many wonderful, beautiful people that have become my very closest friends. Ages all the way into their 20s and all the way up into their 60s and 70s. Age doesn't matter. Those bonds that you make there at this gym is absolutely beautiful, and the coaches are all there for you.
If you're waiting for a sign, this is it. The time is now to live your best life at Fit Body Boot Camp.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Your car steering wheel could be a ticking time bomb. At least 24 people have died and many more injured because their airbags fired shrapnel at them upon inflating. Tens of millions of cars have been recalled. If you suffered cuts that required stitches, hearing or vision loss, or broken bones, please contact us today. You could be owed money for medical bills and other damages.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit us at badairbags.com for an office near you. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
At the Naimi Auto Group, we believe in honest pricing, quality car care, and a team that treats you with respect, no matter what you drive. Here in Boonville, we like things we can count on: wide roads, bigger trucks, and people you can trust. At Matt Naimi GMC, we share your values: integrity, compassion, and the satisfaction of a hard day's work. Whether it's service or sales, when you drive off our lot, you're not just a customer, you're a part of the family. Matt Naimi GMC, Den Kelly Chevy GMC, Naimi's New Generation Cars, 3 hometown stores, one name you can trust.
Hey, Randall's Pharmacy in New Hartford is offering flu shot clinics. They'll come to your workplace. Call them today. It's Randall's Pharmacy in New Hartford.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome. W295EI. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Celebrating 100 years.
Throw a sandwich, get thrown in jail. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what happened to a protester upset over President Trump's Washington, D.C. crime crackdown, who threw it at a federal agent.
He thought it was funny. Well, he doesn't think it's funny today because we charged him with a felony, assault on a police officer. And we're going to back the police to the hilt. So there, stick your Subway sandwich somewhere else.
That's U.S. Attorney for D.C., Janine Papiro. There are 800 National Guard troops deployed, 500 federal agents. Fox's Mark Meredith is at the White House.
At least 100 arrests already made this week, and the Trump administration expected to deploy more resources throughout the district by this weekend. We have seen a number of crimes still pop up, though, with homicides as well as other notable events. There are still questions how long this deployment may last. The president says the federalization of D.C.'s police department is years overdue. He also hopes to extend this emergency despite lingering questions on his authority to do so.
Well, anything beyond 30 days would need Congress's approval. There's been another prisoner swap between Ukraine and Russia the day before the Trump-Putin summit, when the president in Alaska will push Russia's leader again to stop the war or face severe economic sanctions. And he's already pushing for a second meeting that Ukraine's leader might attend.
It is at that potential second meeting where any peace deal could be reached, President Trump says.
Certain great things can be gained in the first. It's going to be a very important meeting, but it's setting the table for the second meeting.
German Chancellor Friedrich Merz says a summit with Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky could be hosted by a neutral country in Europe.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Zelensky's in London now and says Ukraine's been given another $1.5 billion worth of new American weapons bought and provided by European allies. A man accused of faking his own death, posting an obituary online, has been convicted of rape in Utah. Prosecutors say Nicholas Rossi left the country to avoid trial. He'd been arrested in Scotland. America's listening to Fox News.
Coverage varies by plan. View contract and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
Do you own a 2005 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire or no warranty coverage at all? With the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering a low-cost vehicle coverage plan designed to save you thousands off costly vehicle repairs. Get your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage are included. For your free quote, call 800-290-0497. 800-290-0497.
Hey, it's Mike Rowe, and if you want to do business with a company that actually stands for something, switch to Pure Talk. I did. Sure, I appreciate being on America's most dependable 5G network with unlimited talk and text for just $20 a month. But what I really appreciate is Pure Talk's commitment to our military and to our skilled workforce. That matters to me. Save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
The manhunt continues in Kentucky for the gunman who murdered a mom yesterday.
It happened around 8 a.m. yesterday morning as young children and parents were gathering at bus stops in Louisville there in Kentucky. Police saying a woman was shot and killed while walking a child to a school bus. The child thankfully was not hurt, but local WDRB news reporting the victim was a young mother just taking her daughter to school. And the suspect is still at large. Police releasing pictures saying they are looking for a young black male wearing a red hoodie and black sweatpants.
That's Fox's Chanley Painter. 3 sheriff's deputies in Pennsylvania County, Virginia, said he'd be doing well the morning after being injured by shrapnel when a man they were serving warrants to started shooting. That led to a standoff until he was arrested. A man in Florida who had just hit a jackpot is now in jail and is going to have to spend some of that money on a lawyer.
The winner of the largest Kentucky Powerball jackpot in history arrested in Pinellas County, Florida, a day after claiming the $167 million prize. 50-year-old James Farthing captured on police body cam video released Wednesday, being tased after he allegedly kicked a cop in the face.
Who else? The female. Taser deployed. Was that the only one? No, I have one on the ground there. He kicked me in the face. He's going.
Farthing charged with battery on a law enforcement officer, resisting an officer, and parole violation. Sue Guzman, Fox News.
We'll get another update to the economy later this hour, gauging inflation. Wholesale prices this time. They're expected to have risen last month from June, and the annual rate of price increase might have gone up as well. That did not happen for consumer prices in a better-than-expected report Tuesday. On Wall Street, stock futures are up slightly the day after another big gain for the Dow and record-high closings for the NASDAQ and the S&P 500. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's the latest from the WIBX newsroom. I'm Doug Callum. Oneida City High School students won't be taking classes this year at the former Bishop Grimes Junior-Senior High School after all. The district superintendent says that plan was scrapped because the old Catholic school needs too many building upgrades. Oneida High School will be closed this academic year after it was damaged by flooding back in June. It's possible Oneida High School students may end up using the district's middle school in a shift plan. Madison County will be doing its part to try to protect residents from eastern equine encephalitis. The county is conducting aerial spraying across 11,000 acres in Sullivan tomorrow night from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. If weather conditions do not allow that, spraying will be done Saturday instead. The area being covered is mostly south of Route 31, west of Lakeport Road, east of Bridgeport, Kirkville Road, and north of Filer Road. Folks in the area should stay indoors during spraying. Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers is looking for 2 brothers who they say broke into a residence and assaulted the occupant. Brothers Andrew and Michael Desimone have ties to Utica, Oneida, Frankfort, and were last known to be living in East Syracuse. They are part of Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers' Wanted Persons of the Week. If anyone knows information about their whereabouts, they should contact Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers. It's anonymous. The full story with photos and links to Crime Stoppers is on our news site at WIBX950.com. There is a possible reward. Cornell Cooperative Extension of Oneida County broke ground yesterday on a $7.2 million expansion that will add 16,000 feet of office space along with conference and support space in the facility in Oriskany. The expansion represents a major investment in the future of Oneida County, according to County Executive Anthony Pisani. The expansion project, funded by Oneida County, will add 16,000 square feet to the existing 14,000 square foot building on 2nd Street in Oriskany. Utica police continue to investigate vandalism at the skate park. In Proctor Park in Utica, vulgar graffiti was sprayed throughout the park. At the skateboard park, it was cleaned up by Utica's DPW. Anyone with information about the vandals is asked to contact Utica police. And remember that coach in Eastern New York at Northville High School who pulled a female player's hair during a high school championship girls basketball game? The Northville School District and that legendary coach, James Zillow, are now being sued. Day 3 of the Herkimer County Fair is underway today. Again, it's Children's Day. Rides open at noon. And the first of 2 demolition derbies will be held tonight at the fair in Frankfort at the fairgrounds at 7 p.m. And folks who want to start preparing for Halloween season can do so by taking a trip to the former Party City in New Hartford. Spirit Halloween will open its doors sometime in the next week in the Price Chopper Market 32 Plaza on Commercial Drive in New Hartford. People will be able to purchase a variety of things such as costumes, decorations, and much more. According to the Spirit Halloween website, the store will open in August. In sports, the Yankees unable to complete the sweep after falling to the Twins 4-1 from the Bronx. Cody Bellinger drove in the only run for the game for the Pinstripes with his 22nd home run. New York hopes to bounce back when it visits the Cardinals for a 3-game set that begins tomorrow night. The Mets suffered a collapse in their 11-6 loss to the Braves from Queens. Reed Garrett was charged with a loss after allowing 3 runs on 2 hits and a walk in his relief appearance. New York has dropped 8 of its last 9 and will wrap up its 3-game series against Atlanta tonight. Tempers flared between the Giants and Jets on the second day of joint practices after Giants guard Greg Van Roten panicked Jets linebacker Boog Smith. Van Roten and the Jets defensive end Will McDonald had words. Meanwhile, linemen were squaring off, other players squaring off. It was a bit of a melee. The Liberty came up short after falling to the Aces 83-77 from Vegas last night. The Red Bulls were bounced from the U.S. Open Cup after falling to the Philadelphia Union 3-2 in the quarterfinals from Chester. And Fairfield, Connecticut is off to a solid start in the Little League World Series. The Metro Region champions topped Richmond 1-0 in their first game. That's Richmond, Texas. Fairfield will take on Honolulu, Hawaii tomorrow night. That's the latest. I'm Doug Cameron for WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Most of the bigger storms east and through the Mohawk Valley and Hudson Valley yesterday. Now we're seeing behind the front sunshine. Actually, pretty nice start to our day today. And we're going to wrap it up at about 87 this afternoon with sunshine. Tonight, clear, 60, 50s Adirondacks. Friday, sunshine, 88. Saturday, sunny, 90. Chance of showers Sunday, upper 80s. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Well, a nice warm start to a nice warm day. We have sunshine and 71 degrees. A big hour. I've got a bunch to get to. Scott Petoniak writes a weekly column for the Rochester Business Journal. I see. That's what that is. And he's from Rome, and he's a big reporter on the Buffalo Bills. So we'll talk about that, their preseason game, and, of course, the big deal that just came, and that is Cook, the deal with Cook, finally. Dana Sherry is the mayor of Herkimer. For all you there in Herkimer, she'll be talking about the payroll and overtime concerns discovered in the comptroller's audit from New York State. Joe Lode, furious over the latest National Grid bill. I don't know if you've noticed, but your bill has probably increased. In some cases, people's bills have gone almost double what they were the previous month, and a lot may have something to do with that new box, the new meter that they've put in, where it actually sends the reading right to their district office. We'll speak with Joe on that, and would love to know what you think about your National Grid bill. Mike in New Hartford complaining about it as well here this morning. So a lot to get to. 811 at WIBX.
Brought to you by Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
We're your neighbors, friends, and your family. We care about our community, your business, and most important, you.
We support charities like the United Way, McMahon Ryan Child Advocacy Center, who are the members of IBEW Local 43 and NECA Contractors. You don't just see our work, you live it. From the JMA Wireless Dome, hospitals, schools, and city buildings, the IBEW is part of the community.
Central New York's future is bright, and the IBEW Local 43 and NECA will continue to help light, power, and grow Central New York.
Mattress Express's summer sale is on. Get a king for the price of a queen for the price of a full, and a full for the price of a twin, starting at just $4.99. Beautiful select therapeutic mattresses. Go to mattressexpressny.com.
Ever wonder why you have insurance for your car or home, but not your digital life? Meet WebRoot Total Protection, your digital bodyguard that includes antivirus, identity protection, VPN, cloud backup, and more. With plans for individuals and families, WebRoot takes the guessing game out of cybersecurity so you can get back to living your best life online. Go to webroot.com/radio and get 50% off today. That's webroot.com/radio to get 50% off today. Live a better digital life with WebRoot, because peace of mind shouldn't be optional.
We didn't take to retirement like we thought we would.
We got bored.
So I thought I'd book a trip to Italy to celebrate retiring.
We didn't speak Italian.
We didn't then. We do now. Because of Babbel.
Babbel is the refreshingly easy-to-use app for learning a new language. With more than a dozen languages to choose, Babbel uses immersive lessons to teach you vocabulary and grammar in a way that sticks.
We set a goal for 15 minutes per day.
That's all we needed.
And Italy was just...
Bellissima.
That means beautiful.
In Italian.
From interactive lessons led by experts to conversation tips on real-life topics, Babbel's revolutionary teaching style keeps language in your head and easy to remember. Celebrating 15 million subscriptions sold. Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Before there was social media, streaming, and even color television, there was radio. Remember the golden days when you had to tune in to hear what happened to Hopalong Cassidy, or perhaps the Green Hornet? What if you could relive those days again? Hi, I'm Greg Bell, the host of When Radio Was, a show that's dedicated to the very best of radio's golden age. From classic performances by Jack Benny to tales of terror on Lights Out. It's all here on When Radio Was, starting every Sunday at 11 p.m. only on WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Which classic broadcast will you hear next?
Celebrating 100 years. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
I'm just catching this off YouTube. You can listen via the app, WIBX 950 app, or we're available on YouTube. You can see in the studio. Most of our guests this hour will be on the phone. And Deeds in New Hartford says, you just said this would be last hour. The Red Hot Chili Peppers. Bill, it's the Red Hot Chili Pipers, not the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Davey, did you know this? I completely screwed that up.
No, I didn't. I thought it was.
I glanced over it. I thought it was, I'm like, wow, that's a big show.
Yeah, they'll be getting 20,000 people.
30,000 for that show. There. And you know what happens there? They could, start a whole riot. Remember Woodstock?
I sure do.
Anyway, no, it is not the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's the Chili Pipers, a tribute band, I assume. And I did not see that. But, all in all, though, a lot of these acts are really big acts. Leonard Skinner is coming. You mentioned country acts, Dustin Lynch, Maddie and Tay, and Carly Pierce, all big acts coming. Shaggy, Dionne Warwick, 98 Degrees. But there are also a lot of tribute bands that are going to make it. Cheap Trick is coming to the New York State Fair. George Clinton and the Parliament Funkadelic. But OAR, but there are a lot of tribute bands, so keep that in mind. It is not the Red Hot Chili Peppers. The Red Hot Chili Pipers. Probably won't be as rowdy as the Red Hot Chili Peppers, I would assume. Scott Petoniak writes a weekly column for the Rochester Business Journal. He's from Rome, also does plenty of coverage on the Buffalo Bills, and thought we'd get an update from Scott here after the first preseason game and the big announcement that came yesterday on Cook for the Buffalo Bills. Scott, good morning. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me, Bill.
So let's start with yesterday's big news.
Yeah, James Cook was staging his hold-in. This is the first year I've ever heard of a hold-in.
I know. Yeah.
It used to be hold-outs, right? But now you're a hold-in because you're practicing, and then you're not practicing. You're going to meetings, but you're not practicing while you try to get some leverage or whatever. But anyway, great news. I mean, James Cook signed, a new deal, 4 years, $48 million, $30 million of which is guaranteed. I think he made out much better than I thought he would in this market where, running backs have been devalued over the last 10 years or whatever. So, but it's good news. I mean, you can argue he's the second or third most valuable offensive player for the Bills, behind obviously Josh Allen. 17 is number one, and I'd say Dawkins is probably number two. But anyway, he was such an integral part last year of this offense. Scored 16 touchdowns. What's interesting though, Bill, is he's not a 3-down back.
Right.
He's a guy that's often off the field on crucial third downs because, number one, he's not a very good pass blocker, and they don't want to get Josh killed on blitzes or whatever, even though he can protect himself. But he's not the greatest pass receiver. He's okay, but it's a good situation. And to me, in the bigger picture, hey, the Bills are all in. Terry Pagula has spared no money in this offseason, like extending guys. So you've got this, what you consider your core here, and let's see if it works. It's all there laid out for them. It's all laid out for them.
I have a horrible memory, and I'm not quoting any stats. This is all off the top of my head. I seem to recall when the Bills finally got beaten last year and knocked out. Our biggest complaint was some of the play calling, and it just seemed so obvious. And they kept going back to the quarterback sneak straight up the middle. Has there been any change to that when it comes to who's calling the offense, and are we going to be looking at that all over again?
No, I don't think Joe Brady, the offensive coordinator, is still going to be calling things. I do believe, and they're not going to tell us, and you don't see, you get to see them stretch in practice. That's essentially what the media gets to see or whatever. But I would be shocked if they don't make some adjustments to, hey, we're always going to run behind Deion Dawkins on a quarterback sneak. And it didn't work out. Kansas City, obviously, they bottled that up.
Yep.
So I think you're going to see some different things, with that this year. I don't think there's any question about that. For me, the big thing is going to be defensively. Like, they've invested a lot of money in the pass rush. And are they going to be able to get to a Patrick Mahomes?
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to be able to get to a Lamar Jackson? Whatever, because that's the key. I mean, like, look at even with the Bills, as great as Josh was, no quarterback wants to be under constant duress. And if you remember that last pass that he almost completed, for a first down or whatever, he was under tremendous duress. They came after him, and so that's what the Bills are going to need. I'm interested to see how that's going to be. Do you have a legitimate, better pass rush this year than? And you've invested an awful lot in draft picks and money over the last couple of years.
Yeah. How about the defense? That was one of the problems last year. The Bills were scoring a lot of points, but we were giving up a lot of points.
Yeah, and again, I think it comes back to the pass rush, and also I think they've also tried to bolster it with their the defensive backfield. I mean, your first overall pick is a cornerback. And so you're trying to improve your coverage, which hopefully that would allow even more time for, the pass rushers to get to the quarterback and so forth. So we're gonna see how that works. Unfortunately, Harrison is out with an injury, and I don't know how much of a factor he's going to be because, he should be ready for the opener, but I can't see him starting. And so you may have to go back to an old guy who has looked pretty good so far, and that's Tre'Davious White. In the secondary there. But we'll see. The other thing, Bill, is last year with the defense, they turned the ball over like an inordinate number of times there. They led the league. But you can't depend on that. You can't, like, strategize like, okay, this year we're going to get,
right.
We're going to get 35 turnovers, takeaways. That's a lot of that's just luck. I hate to say it. A lot of it's random. Yep. The ball pops out, this and that. You're there, and you plop on it. Where we've seen other times, it pops out and they fall on it, whatever, and they pick up a first down. So, but I overall, you got to be very optimistic if you're a Bills fan. You really do. It's all laid out for you this year. You've got a schedule that's doable. You've got a weak division. You've got the final year, the emotions that are going to be in the final year of the stadium. And you got number 17 coming off an MVP season in the prime of his career.
Yeah, it feels good, and those are always the times that scare me a little bit. Obviously, the most feared problem is injuries, and that's another thing you can't predict, and really you can plan for it, but you can't predict.
Right, and that's something that's been worrisome so far this year. Is like there's been a rash of injuries. I mean, they haven't had enough guys to put out there to play wide receiver sometimes, and then now you've got Tyler Bass has a pelvic problem, the kicker. That doesn't sound good. And then the other day, yesterday, Deion Dawkins was out of practice with back issues, and you always worry about back issues, especially with your big guys who have to wrestle with the 350 pounders on every play. So there's been a lot of concerns about injuries so far, and again, that is like turnovers that can be very random, and the biggest one is you got to keep Josh Allen healthy. That's the whole key, because as long as he's there, you got a fighter's chance. You really do.
You never know what he's going to accomplish. It's really just incredible and fun to watch. These are, good times for the Buffalo Bills. Let's try to win that big one finally. I think Buffalo deserves it.
Yeah, and I think what they got to do this year, Bill, is what they haven't done so far with Josh. They got to get the number one seed.
Yeah.
So do the number one seed. And wouldn't it be great if the last game in Highmark Stadium, which will always be Rich Stadium to me, or the Ralph or whatever, wouldn't it be great if you win the last one? The farewell gift is winning AFC Championship game, right, to go to the Super Bowl.
Boy, that would be
a perfect
enormous. And quickly, your thoughts on the preseason game and I think both quarterbacks did pretty well.
Yeah, I don't put a lot of stock in. I think preseason games, it's a mishmash. You have some starters playing, you have others not. I don't know how this is going to play out yet. I would say that, if it's going to be even between Mitchell Trubisky and Mike White, I think Trubisky wins because of experience, right? He's been in the system. He's had a relationship with Josh in that quarterback room. White, though, has a lot of potential. And I hate to see them let him go, but you probably can't keep 3, and he would probably be the guy that's going to be out there. But that's, to me, that's the intrigue of the remaining preseason games here. Who's going to emerge there and be your backup? And I think right now, again, I think it's fairly even. I think, Mike White has some skills that Trubisky doesn't have in terms of he can really fling it. He's got a really good arm and stuff. But again, Trubisky's got experience. He's started in the league for a number of years, and he's got experience in the system, the Bills system. White doesn't have that. He's new. So that's what bears watching. The rest of the stuff is just really hard to know. Again, when you're mixing it, you got the 4th string tackle playing next to the 3rd string guard. It's just really hard to get a read on, what's going on. So you just want to stay healthy. That's the big thing for me.
Stay healthy. All right. Love talking to you on this, Scott. Thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Bill. It's always a pleasure being back on the local airwaves.
All right. We'll do it again soon. Thank you.
Okay. Take care.
Scott Petoniak is a great source when it comes to Davie Buffalo Bills news, and we're set. We haven't been set like this
Well, we're the only two fans in the studio that like the Bills.
We're the only two people in the studio. That means 100% of the people in this studio are Bills fans.
Yeah.
Shows you how you can use percentages. Update on the news coming up in a second. We'll speak on the National Grid bill issue. Some people have seen really high bills. Others have not. This is Tony. I just checked my bill. July 2024, $179. July 2025, $191. Not that much. And, by the way, it's been very hot. Abnormally hot. The rest of this week looks abnormally hot. We'll have the full forecast coming up at WIBX.
BME Company Business Machines and Equipment has been delivering office solutions for businesses in upstate New York for over 30 years. Their success comes from finding the right document management strategies and software solutions for streamlining workflows. Simply put, BME provides fast, reliable service at the best value to keep your business running smoothly. Through BME's strategic partnership with Hummel's Office Plus, they distribute supplies for just about every machine in your office at a great price. BME welcomes the opportunity to serve your business, selling, leasing, and servicing Canon and Kyocera devices, as well as FP mailing solutions. An important part of BME's culture is supporting the communities they're fortunate to work in, and BME recognizes that support is one reason for their success. The future of business in BME's area is encouraging, and the company is grateful to be a part of that growth. Call BME Company at 315-574-8200 or visit BMEcompany.com. BME Company Office Solutions. Made simple.
Hi, I'm Lisa, owner of Fit Body Boot Camp in Clinton and Whitesboro. I couldn't be prouder of our amazing members. Take a listen.
My name is Savannah Malerba, and I'm from Westmoreland, New York. Results-wise, from my last set of measurements, I've lost about 15 pounds. I've lost about 17 inches between legs, waist, chest, all of the parts. I've also gained a lot of energy in my daily life. I'm a school teacher. I teach K-6 math intervention full-time, and I go from the beginning of my day at 5:15 in the morning all the way to 3 o'clock at the last bell and still have enough to keep going and jumping around my classroom like crazy all the time. So this has helped increase my mental endurance in every single way. I feel like I handle a lot of challenges in the gym and outside of the gym, and I feel like I have the people around me and also the mental capacity to support all of those things at the same time. And that has developed a lot more because of Clinton Fit Body.
If you're waiting for a sign, this is it. The time is now to live your best life at Fit Body Boot Camp.
Hey, Randall's Pharmacy in New Hartford is offering flu shots, flu clinics, and we're told the flu shots are probably going to be out in the next 2 weeks, and they will come in and help your business, your workplace, your municipality, your school district. They'll come in and do a mass, if you will, flu shot clinic. That means everybody gets it. Everybody gets the flu shot, and you put your business in a position where you hope everybody stays healthy. What the fear is if one person gets the flu and spreads it to somebody else, and all of a sudden you've got half or 3/4 of your workforce out with the flu, it's hard to do business. Let Randall's come in and help businesses, schools, municipalities. Their pharmacists will come in, and anyone interested gets the shot. Call Randall's Pharmacy today. And Ricky Z's, Deep Pawnee Mazda. They're more to move you sales event at Deep Pawnee Mazda. You can save on a new Mazda lease or enjoy 2.9% APR financing on new 2025 Mazda CX-30s, CX-5s. This is with a 1.9% APR financing rate on new 2025 Mazda CX-50s, 70s, and CX-90s. See Rick or anybody at the dealership for details. And Mazda finished 2024 up 16.8% in sales year over year. They've also been ranked again #1 in customer service, customer satisfaction. As Rick says, come on down, make your deal on a new Mazda, Steep Pawnee Mazda, Commercial Drive in Yorkville.
Here's the latest from the WIBX newsroom. I'm Doug Callum. Oneida City High School students won't be taking classes this year at the former Bishop Grimes Junior-Senior High School after all. The district superintendent says that plan was scrapped because the old Catholic school needs too many building upgrades. Oneida High School will be closed this academic year after it was damaged by flooding back in June. It's possible Oneida High School students may end up using the district's middle school in a shift plan. Madison County will be doing its part to try to protect residents from eastern equine encephalitis. The county is conducting aerial spraying across 11,000 acres in Sullivan tomorrow night from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. If weather conditions do not allow that, spraying will be done Saturday instead. The area being covered is mostly south of Route 31, west of Lakeport Road, east of Bridgeport, Kirkville Road, and north of Filer Road. Folks in the area should stay indoors during spraying. Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers is looking for two brothers who they say broke into a residence and assaulted the occupant. Brothers Andrew and Michael Desimone have ties to Utica, Oneida, Frankfort, and were last known to be living in East Syracuse. They are part of Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers' Wanted Persons of the Week. If anyone knows information about their whereabouts, they should contact Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers. It's anonymous. The full story with photos and links to Crime Stoppers is on our news site at WIBX950.com. There is a possible reward. Cornell Cooperative Extension of Oneida County broke ground yesterday on a $7.2 million expansion that will add 16,000 feet of office space along with conference and support space in the facility in Oriskany. The expansion represents a major investment in the future of Oneida County, according to County Executive Anthony Piseni. The expansion project, funded by Oneida County, will add 16,000 square feet to the existing 14,000 square foot building on 2nd Street in Oriskany. That's the latest. I'm Doug Cameron for WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Most of the bigger storms east and through the Mohawk Valley and Hudson Valley yesterday. Now we're seeing behind the front sunshine. Actually, pretty nice start to our day today. And we're going to wrap it up at about 87 this afternoon with sunshine. Tonight, clear, 60, 50s Adirondacks. Friday, sunshine, 88. Saturday, sunny, 90. Chance of showers Sunday, upper 80s. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stagik, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
At least here in Marcy, it's a bit cloudy right now. We're at 71 degrees. The Herkimer mayor, the village of Herkimer, is taking steps to address financial issues, discrepancies identified in a recent audit done by Tom DiNapoli's office. The audit revealed that both current and former clerk treasurers failed to maintain complete and accurate financial records. And what is the mayor going to do? Mayor Dana Sherry, good morning. Thanks for coming on.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
All right, so this is not great news that you get from the comptroller's office. Explain what actually was happening, or what wasn't happening.
So, well, this is something that was inherited by my administration. So, what happened was when I took office in 2022. Within the first 2 months, I recognized that something was not right in the office. There were some receipts missing. There was red flagged emails from the comptroller's office, like consecutively, that no one had ever responded to, that basically said that the AUD reports, the year-end reports, had not been filed for 3 years. So my village attorney, Vincent Rossi, and I tried to immediately, after 2 months of actually doing sort of discovery within the office when I took office, we realized that we were in trouble and we really needed to get in touch with the comptroller's office and ask them to come and do an audit in the office. So we started trying to get a hold of them. We sent emails, we, communicated, called them. We were able to finally get them to come, and they came in 2023, and they were here for a year. So that was around January, February of 2023.
Yeah.
By that time, we had brought back a former clerk, and we were working on cleaning up the 3 years of reports before we could actually submit our own reports, yearly reports. So we were set back 3 years. So it took us this long to clean up that mess, and we're almost there, and then we start submitting our reports that we had to set aside because we had to catch up. So we've been playing catch up for the last 3 years.
Wow.
And so we're the ones that contacted the comptroller's office. We requested them to come and do an audit because the financial situation was so concerning to all of us, my board and my clerks, that, so. Yeah,
so there you are. And obviously you have a backlogged amount of bank statements that have to be dealt with.
Correct. So we hired Bonadio, an accounting company in Utica, and they're also helping us because we had basically a brand new staff when we took over, when I took over. So with the exception of Mandy, we brought back the former clerk who's amazing and has 40 years experience.
All right. So listen, you obviously not only do you welcome the news and the clarification from the comptroller's office, your administration actually brought them in.
We did immediately.
Yep.
We called them. We started contacting them right away.
All right. So how long do you expect before everything will be done? Do you have an idea?
Absolutely. Our last 2 reports will be filed by the end of August, and we will be free and clear and up to date.
Okay. Maybe we can talk to you after that. Once that's not far away.
Absolutely.
So, all right.
No, absolutely. Call me. I'll definitely come back on.
All right, Dana. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Mayor Dana Sherry in the village of Herkimer. Joe Load, stand by. I got a break before we get to you. And we will when we come right back here. National Grid bills taking a bit of a, in some cases, doubling people's bills. Others are reporting not all that bad. We'll get into it. Hopefully tomorrow with someone from National Grid. New York Sash has expert installation, superior products, and their products are made for our upstate New York weather. You can see before and after pictures on their website. Replacement windows, even at our home, replaced all the windows, and even went back and replaced some new construction windows that my wife just did not like. So we replaced them with New York Sash windows. The grid's on the inside and out. It looks like classic windows, but they are pristine, and they keep the house warm in the winter and cool in the summer. You can install siding, remodel the bathroom. Their bathroom remodels can be done in a day or 2. New entry doors, and the list goes on. It's New York Sash. Great products from New York Sash, and, of course, great install because of the employees that you can trust. And, every year New York Sash does the $25,000 home improvement giveaway. That is windows, siding, bathroom, doors, whatever you want to use the credit on. Somebody will win $25,000 in home improvement from New York Sash. You can register early. It'll be given away at the home show coming up right after the first of the year. You can register early right now, and there's an early bird special for only people who listen here. And that is, click on Keeler Show, make that notation on the entry. So go to the New York Sash website, newyorksash.com, click on Home Improvement, $25,000 Home Improvement Giveaway. It'll take you to the entry page where you put your information in, and then as you go down towards the bottom, you're going to see Keeler Show. Click on that button and submit. By clicking on Keeler Show, you now, for no purchase, there is no purchase necessary, you are now entered into a drawing to win a $500 Blackstone grill. These are awesome grills. And you can win it with no purchase whatsoever just by entering in the contest. Click Keeler Show. So go to newyorksash.com, click on the $25,000 home improvement giveaway, enter, and click Keeler Show and submit. And you're in the running. The drawing will be held Labor Day weekend, so it's coming up. Joe Load, stand by. You're next on WIBX.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Everybody is keeping an eye on the Fed and how an interest rate cut might affect gold prices. Gold has been hovering at around $3,400 an ounce for the last 2 months and is poised for dramatic growth with the next interest rate cut. Join Advantage Gold for their virtual Gold and Silver Summit on Wednesday, August 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern. You'll find out why now is the time to prepare for the most important financial reset of this century, and why this might be the best time in modern history for you to diversify your holdings with physical gold and silver. Text the word GOLD to 85545 to get your free access to the Advantage Gold Virtual Gold and Silver Summit. You'll get actionable intelligence on how to deal with rising debt and how to hedge against unpredictable economic events by diversifying your IRAs, 401ks, and retirement funds into tangible assets, tax and penalty free. Just text GOLD to 85545. Text GOLD to 85545. Consult with your financial and tax professionals before making investment decisions. Get your free pass now for the Gold and Silver Summit on Wednesday, August 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Text GOLD to 85545.
Hi folks, this is Rob Hilton. Your family is your greatest treasure. Is your estate plan ready to protect them when it matters most? At Hilton Estate and Elder Law, we understand the importance of getting it right. That's why we offer a free review of your current plan. Together we'll assess it and provide honest feedback to ensure it truly works. No cost, no obligation, just confidence and peace of mind. Let's prepare for the future together. Schedule a free review today.
Hilton, you know the name, they know the law.
What are you doing every day to support your liver? If you enjoy sweets, fast food, alcohol, or take any medications, that's a vital question to ask. Hi, I'm Sherry Torkas, pharmacist and health author. Supporting your liver isn't just a wellness trend, it's a daily essential. That's why I recommend Active Liver by New Nordic.
Protect your liver and give it the support that it deserves by making Active Liver from New Nordic part of your daily wellness routine. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, or online at Amazon or newnordicusa.com.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
I have somebody on YouTube saying my bill really didn't go up. I have Mike in New Hartford saying I have a storage garage in Rome. My National Grid, well, this doesn't seem like much. It's almost double. My National Grid bill went from $47 a month to $87 a month. I only run a fan to circulate the air. What's going on? Here's Joe Lode, who's all... Where did your bill go, Joe?
Well, mine last month was $238. This month it's $422.
Okay, so you almost doubled.
Yeah, I'm Myers.
And did you...
Yeah, so here's the other thing,
Yeah.
Bill. I noticed on my bill last year, August of 24, the cost of kilowatt hour was $4.23.
Okay.
This year, August of 25, it's $13.62. That's over triple.
So I wonder why, and we're gonna. I know Joe Griffo is holding a hearing today on the prices of electric and natural gas and whatever it is that you run. I wonder what the reason for the increase is, and we may have someone on from National Grid tomorrow.
I mean, are we paying for all these new power lines that they're putting up and through here? I mean, is that?
Well, we would be.
Why is it our governor is pushing electric? Is she in cahoots with these guys? That we only have a monopoly here.
Right,
there's not like there's a choice.
Yeah, I'm not
it
sure.
Kind of feels like the cable thing. You know what I'm saying? There's no choice. We're only limited to one choice here.
Correct. Well, you could get a generator.
Yeah, but okay, so I could switch to propane. I mean, I don't heat with electric because I have a wood stove, which she's also trying to outlaw. So I have a wood stove, and I could go to a propane stove, but it's electric right now. But I don't.
And propane is probably more expensive right now.
Well, yeah, it depends. I mean, they're pretty comparable. But in the summertime, I only use the propane gas grill. You know,
right.
I go up to that place in Barterville. I think it's called Center State, and they have you could fill your propane tanks cheap, like $10. You know.
Okay, that was plug number one.
Well, no, I mean, I'm just saying.
And the new store is opening up today. Official grand opening, Route 5 and Skylard. Fuels today.
Too. Okay. All right.
Oh, they probably have. I won't say, but like they run specials. Like during 4th of July, I only paid $5 to fill my propane tanks. I brought 4 or 5 of them up there.
They are running specials today because the Frog's going to be broadcasting from there at 11 o'clock, and I will be out there. So.
All right. Well, Davey, when you see Davey, make sure you say hi. Yeah.
But it just amazes me that, again, we have one choice, National Grid. They're the only ones that bring the power here. It's
well, that's kind of that's everywhere. It's not like, I mean, this is really the only choice you have unless you're delivering, you're in the country and you're delivering gas or oil or something to your home, and then you can,
Here's what I don't understand, Bill. On the electric bill, it says summary of current charges. Supply services, $247. Now, supply, is that usage?
Right.
What does supply mean? That's what they're supplying me, right? $247. Delivery services, $175.28. So I'm almost paying as much for them to deliver to me that I am to buy it.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing, because I opted out of that smart meter because I heard so many bad things. Are they just saying, hey, he didn't get the smart meter? Okay, now we're going to hammer him some more. I don't know.
I didn't know you could opt out of that.
Oh, yeah. See, they don't like to tell you that, but I found a way that, yes, you can actually opt out of the smart meter because the smart meter was causing a lot of problems down south,
I heard,
fires and things.
How do they measure your usage? They have to come and actually physically read it?
Yeah, they got to come out and read it like they always do.
The old-fashioned way. Yeah.
Saves a guy a job as far as I'm concerned.
You saved a job, yeah. If only you could have been around while they were trying to get rid of the toll booths on the thruway. I mean, you could have saved it many jobs.
Saved a few of them,
yeah, you could have. All right, Joe. We are working on getting somebody on from National Grid tomorrow morning. So let's see what.
I'd like to hear an explanation why it tripled in price from last year to this year, and then what this whole conference is about that they're trying to raise rates again. Because I saw that little article that Joe was involved in. And they were.
And I don't know if we'll have Joe tomorrow or next week, Joe Griffo, but we'll try to get an update there as well. All right, interesting stuff, Joe. Thanks. Hard to believe this summer is like flying by. We're already coming up on the Herkimer County Fair and the State Fair, and then Labor Day.
To be honest with you, I can't wait for snow.
Yeah. Well, you had a good year last year.
I hate to be that guy, but I bought a beautiful tractor, has a heated cab. Front 68-inch snowblower, thanks to the people down here at Hobby Hill Farms. Okay. And I'm going to be all set for the winter.
Plug number 3. Yeah, you're going to be all set.
You going to be out and about anytime soon, Joe?
I might. No, actually, I'm not. Actually, I am. Okay. This Saturday, I'm going to be at the Lee Legion for a fundraiser. They're doing a pig roast down there. I'm just going to
I think that might actually be 5 or 6.
It's right down the road from where I work here at Lynx Automotive in beautiful downtown Lee Center.
All righty. Okay, Joe, thanks, man. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, stop in and see me. I got a free hat for you.
Okay, all right, thanks. Joe Lode and his National Grid bill. I do know that a lot of people were complaining after they did that automatic meter thing that their rates went up. You would have thought by putting that in that your rates might actually go in the other direction and actually go down. Not the case. Not what happened. Who's on one, Davey?
Kevin from New Hartford on the National Grid bill.
Okay.
Bill.
Hey, Kevin. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. I got a comment because I was wondering, I've heard a rumor that any new houses built in New York State after 26 or 27 are going to have to go all electric. Do you know, have you heard anything about that?
Yeah, well, that is the proposal, but now it's all kind of cloudy right now because they're saying I don't know. I don't know. It's very, very, the whole thing is murky. They'll say, well, we're talking about municipalities, or we're talking about major big business commercial construction, not the average. We're not going to take your stove away. Or are you? When you read the terminology in the legislation, it seems like that's exactly what they're going to do. But I don't know. How do you cook? How do you force a restaurant to cook with an electric stove? It's not going to happen.
And this is what I'm complaining about, is that how can National Grid or New York State demand, say, oh, you got to have only electric when there's other available
options that are out there. Yeah.
Exactly.
I do not know the answer, and very much like their mandate on large rigs, Mack trucks, on school buses, all of this stuff we're not ready for. The grid is not ready for it. So we'll see where it goes. All right, Kevin. Interesting.
Okay, thanks a
All right,
lot.
thanks, man. One more, Davey. Jake is on here. Hi, Jake.
Good morning, guys.
What do you have? Good morning.
I live in a studio apartment, electric heat, okay? Stove's electric.
Yeah.
Last month's bill, no payment due. This month, no payment due. The summertime, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
My bills are low. But in the winter now, for a studio apartment, I pay anywhere from December to, say, to April.
Yeah.
170 to 210.
Wow.
And that's a lot for
Yeah, it is. You know those you probably don't have the opportunity for this, but those heat pumps are pretty efficient and run on electric, and they work really well, and they're pretty economical.
Yeah, but here's another thing. I don't complain because National Grid don't care a bill.
I know.
If you don't pay your bill,
They're going to shut you off.
You know how you flip a switch on and off?
Yep.
That's how fast it goes.
Oh yeah, it absolutely
So
does.
You can complain all you want, and that guy, that Joe Load, I don't know him, but maybe he did use so much that it is that high.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
that's
know.
the other part of this is that it's been a hot summer. If you're running air conditioning, there's a good chance that you ran it to the point where you're paying a lot more. That can happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Good stuff, Jake.
right.
Thanks, man.
Have a great weekend, guys.
You do the same. Thank you. Steve Hauk, I have the new meter, $648 this month, which is higher. As I said, we're going to try to get somebody from National Grid on tomorrow. Hold tight. I just will wrap it up and give a final word here coming right up. Kilmeade is up after news in just a few minutes. Stand by at WIBX.
Are your windows old and tired? Hard to put up and down? Builder's grade windows just aren't made to last very long. Patriot Home Solutions is a different kind of window company. No games or gimmicks, no long drawn out sales presentations. Just high quality, custom fit windows at reasonable prices made right here in New York. And right now, you can get up to $2,000 off new windows from Patriot and NYSERDA, plus 0% interest for 18 months. Most homeowners qualify for the savings, and income is not one of the requirements. So write this number down, 315-401-0440. That's 401-0440. Patriot Home Solutions will tell you right over the phone if you qualify. Don't miss your chance to save up to $2,000 on new windows. Funds are limited, so call before they run out. Learn more at callpatriothomesolutions.com. That's callpatriothomesolutions.com.
Now through September 1st, get up to $180 back by mail on a Firestone prepaid MasterCard. Get up to $80 when you buy a set of 4 eligible Firestone tires. Get an additional $100 when you make an eligible tire purchase with your CFNA credit card at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair. Whether you're in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, or Herkimer, their team of professionals are ready to serve you. Subject to credit approval, restrictions apply. See Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair or online at tallmanstire.com.
Tim, Jim Boeheim is going to be in our next Real Men Get Tested commercial.
Wow, you know he's a cancer survivor.
He's all in.
I'm not appearing in your commercial for Real Men Get Tested.
It sounds like you two are bonding.
Yeah, especially after I gave him coaching advice.
We're not bonding. You know nothing about basketball.
I think there's a job offer coming.
I'll bet you sit next to McNamara.
Don't be stupid. Real men get tested for cancer. I'm living proof that early detection can save your life.
Listen, if you're in need of concrete work, masonry work, Rocco and David Brank have you covered. The Brank family has been in concrete for years, and they even own their own machinery, of course, their own cement mixer, which allows them to not have to wait on concrete to be ready. Means your project's going to get done right on time, and for the right price. From old stone walls to block walls, cellarway entrances, garage floors, stairways, patios, driveways, sidewalks, and the list goes on. It's masonry work, concrete work, Brank Construction. Call 315-894-3481. And portions of today's program brought to you by River Hills Properties, continuing to be the fastest growing real estate company here in upstate New York, with offices in Barneville, Little Falls, in Utica, Copenhagen, Newport, coming soon to Rome, and they have a beautiful office in Sarasota with a whole team of agents ready to take care of people who may want to consider up here, consider being one of those wintertime snowbirds, especially if we have another winter like we had last winter. But if you're looking for help here, they have you covered all throughout the Mohawk Valley, Utica, Rome, to the south, and into the North Country, into the Adirondacks. It's River Hills Properties. Nobody sells homes like River Hills. It's all about extra services provided. It's a service industry. They give the best service. Call today at 315-896-1009. Nobody sells homes like River Hills Properties.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
I want to mention one more little quickie, and it's the Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers 5th Annual Golf Outing 4-Man Scramble. You could be a part of the golf tournament, which helps keep neighborhoods safe. It's really what it's all about. Registration forms are available by calling Anna at 315-269-3924. It's relatively inexpensive to be a sponsor and sponsor a hole. All the money goes to Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers. Reach out today by calling Anna at 315-269-3924. It's the 5th Annual Golf Outing 4-Man Scramble, Saturday, September 27th, so there's still time to get a foursome in and to sponsor as well. Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers. We had our Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers Wanted Person of the Week. 2 brothers that are being looked for. Police are looking for. And you can see their photos, 2 warrants, which have plenty of stuff packed into them. And you can see all that at our website at WIBX950.com. Davey, do you want me to give you one more? Did you see the woman who had her husband's Pittsburgh Steelers tattoo cut from his arm?
Why?
He died.
Oh, okay.
And she had the funeral home do it. And she saved it. She framed it.
Was it the helmet symbol of the Steelers, or
I have
was
no
it a
idea
player?
what it was. I have no idea. And there's a new documentary coming out. We'll talk more with Willie Waffle about tomorrow. Charlie Sheen documentary. This may be his chance to make his big public comeback in movies and television. At least that seems to be what he's trying to do. Another hot day on the way today. A lot of sunshine and a lot of heat, going up to near 90. Forecast coming up next.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, celebrating 100 years.
Ukraine soldiers and new weapons. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky, who's in London for talks, says they got 84 prisoners back in another swap with Russia and $1.5 billion worth of new U.S. weapons paid for by European allies. While in Russia, that's leader Vladimir Putin in a video the day before his summit with President Trump in Alaska. He says the U.S. is making quite energetic and sincere efforts to stop the hostilities.
One of the best things about President Trump's negotiating style is that he's very wise about not broadcasting moves he may or may not make.
Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt tells Fox there could be economic sanctions on Russia if no ceasefire agreement is reached.
But he has always said that diplomacy and negotiation is his primary way of hoping to end this war.
Leavitt also just told Fox in the ongoing crackdown on Washington crime with National Guard troops and federal agents out on patrol.
Overnight, there were 45 criminal arrests made.
There have also been demonstrations against the Trump crackdown as city leaders insist crime is down big from 2023. For a second day, there's a manhunt in Kentucky for the gunman who shot and killed a mom taking her daughter to a bus stop.
Obviously, this person presents a clear and definitive danger to the community, and we want to make sure that he is taken into custody as soon as possible.
Louisville Police Chief Paul Humphrey, the girl was not physically harmed, but imagine the emotional trauma. There's been a big spike in inflation at the wholesale level, much more than predicted. The Producer Price Index surged up 0.9% last month from June, and the annual rate of inflation jumped up nearly a full percent to 3.3%, something for the Federal Reserve to consider at its next meeting next month, whether or not to lower interest rates. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent just told Fox Business.
The condition